Did the Delhi police fire at protesters at Jamia Islamia University? There's a fairly big controversy exploding over this police firing. There are different accounts from different people who have been hit and from the police themselves. NDTV has been able to trace 3 victims of police firing. Now, the police for their part denied the charges of firing bullets, live rounds as they were. But do these medical reports, which NDTV has also accessed, contradict the police denial? Well, let's take a look at what we have at this stage. Safdarjung Hospital's medical superintendent has told NDTV that there are 2 protesters with bullet injuries. One of the other people who was involved, and apparently he was in the area, there was some sort of crossfire, was at the Holy Family Medical Hospital. The report says sustained gunshot injuries. But there are conflicting denials on this, multiple versions. Version number 1, no bullets, no pellets is what the police initially said. Secondly, they said rubber bullets were used. Thirdly, they said that there was an injury of pellets to the chest or leg. So were pellet guns used? Are these used by the Delhi police at all? Finally, another version, shrapnel from a tear gas round or tear gas rounds caused the injury. So as far as the people who've been hit, they don't know what they've been hit with. They believe they've been hit with bullets. So Kirti Dwivedi has been tracking the story and joins us now. So Kirti, what is this all about? Did a policeman or a police officer pick up a revolver and open fire, or are these injuries possibly because of shrapnel injuries from the tear gas shells that we know that they did fire in large numbers?
Well, Vishnu, as far as the police versions are concerned, the different versions that you read out, that initially they said there were no bullets at all. Then they said there were pellets. Then they said that no, we were referring to tear gas shrapnel. So that could have been the case. We are not denying that possibility. We are also giving our viewers the version of the police. However, we did cross-question the victims about that the police is making, that they are saying that there was tear gas shrapnel and that could have been the cause. But specifically, if I talk about the passerby whom we also interviewed on camera, he very specifically told us that he remembers that he was targeted and he was shooted at. It was not some kind of a tear gas that was being thrown, that was being fired at a crowd. And also, if there is any situation where tear gas is involved, where tear gas is being fired at the crowd, there is heavy amount of smoke in the atmosphere, and it becomes very difficult for the people there to even open their eyes or take a breath properly. But this particular passerby who says that he received a gunshot injury, he says that he was bleeding profusely, he was lying on the ground, but he was completely conscious. He was there in that area. He asked for help, and students came and picked him up and lifted him from there. And in this entire sequence of events, there was absolutely no smoke. He did not feel any kind of tear gas in the air at that point of time. And it would have been very evident to him if indeed a tear gas had been fired at protesters. So at least as far as the victims are concerned, they have not been able to get they have not given any statement that would say that it was tear gas that was fired at them. However, the police continues to claim that it could have been tear gas shrapnel that hit their body.
All right, Sukirti, thanks very much for joining us. So confusion over there, multiple statements from the police. Was this shrapnel injury from a tear gas round, or was it in fact either shrapnel or a bullet injury as a result of a police officer or a policeman opening fire in this case?